Part 1. The Defeat of the Giants. Let me tell you something brutally honest. What if I told you the smartest man in the world, a champion who could see 20 moves ahead, was defeated by a box of wires that didn't even have a brain? This is not a science fiction movie. This is the moment our world changed forever. Let's go back to a day that felt like any other day, but wasn't. The date is May 11th, 1997. New York City. The room is quiet. The air is heavy. Two players sit across from each other. On one side, there is Garry Kasparov. He is the world chess champion. On the other side, there is a machine, a black box. It has no eyes. He is a legend. It has no heart. It has no soul. It is called Deep Blue. He is a man who believes that human creativity is the strongest force in the universe. He is confident. He is powerful. Kasparov looks at the board. He is playing black. Deep Blue plays a move. Kasparov freezes. His eyes go wide. He looks at the pieces. He looks at the judges. He looks at the empty face of the machine. He cannot believe it. In his mind, he is running through thousands of possibilities. He is calculating. He is fighting. But every road leads to the same place: defeat. Garry Kasparov was made to stand in silence. He was forced to look at a screen that said he lost. He did not shake hands. He walked away with his head down, feeling the weight of a new world where humans were no longer the masters. That was the first time we felt it. The fear, the cold feeling in the stomach, the question that we didn't want to ask aloud: if the smartest man in the world can be replaced by a machine, what about me? What about my job? What about my value? Am I next? But time moved on. People forgot. We told ourselves, chess is just math. Machines are good at math. But they can't be creative. They can think like us. We went back to sleep. We went back to our comfortable lives. But the machines didn't sleep. They were learning. They were growing. They were waiting. My friend, as someone who has seen technology change before, I want to tell you, everything will be okay. I am not saying this to give you fake hope. I am saying this because humans have a fire that no machine can ever copy. But to find that fire, we have to look at the darkness first. We have to look at the second time the world shook. Fast forward to March 2016. Seoul, South Korea. Another game. Another champion. Another machine. This time the game is Go. Chess is complex, but Go is infinite. There are more possible moves in a game of Go than there are atoms in the universe. People said, a computer can never win at Go. It requires intuition. It requires a human spirit. The champion is Lee Sedol. He is a master. He is a hero in Korea. He is playing against AlphaGo, an AI made by Google. The game begins. Lee Sedol is playing beautifully. He is aggressive. He is smart. And then it happens. Move 37. The computer knows it is playing against a master. And yet, at move 37, it makes a strange decision. It places a stone in a spot that every human teacher calls a mistake. The world watched and laughed, but the laughter soon turned to terror. Commentators gasped. It made a mistake, they said. The machine is broken. Lee Sedol stared at the board. He didn't laugh. He stared for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. He began to sweat. His hands started to shake because he realized something the commentators didn't hit. It wasn't a mistake. It was a move no human had ever thought of in 3,000 years of the game. It was a new kind of intelligence. Lee Sedol sat in the silence of the room. His hands were shaking. He had spent his whole life becoming the best, and now he felt powerless. Maybe you know that feeling. The feeling that the world is moving too fast and leaving you behind. He lost the game. Later, he said something that broke the hearts of millions. I felt powerless. Even if I become the number one, there is an entity that cannot be defeated. He eventually retired from professional play. Why? Because what is the point of running a race against a car? This is where you are right now. You look at the news. You see ChatGPT. You see AI writing code. You see AI painting pictures. You see AI writing songs. And you feel small. You feel like Lee Sedol looking at Move 37. You think, my skills are useless. You think, I am too old to learn this. But listen to me. You're not a victim of technology. You think, the robots are coming to take my life. You are a creator. This new world is your canvas. You are not just a worker, you are a mind waiting to be amplified. The story of Lee Sedol is a tragedy if you stop reading there. But it is not the end, because AI is not here to play games against us anymore. It is here to play life with us. The danger is not that AI will destroy you. The danger is that you will ignore it. Let me tell you the truth about AI. You are not waiting for the future. The future is already rewriting your life while you sleep. Imagine trying to run a race while carrying a heavy box of old books. You are tired because you are trying to do things the old way. AI is the tool that lets you drop the box and finally run free. Think about your daily life. How much time do you spend doing things you hate? Writing boring emails, fixing grammar mistakes, searching for a recipe, summarizing long documents, staring at a blank page, waiting for an idea. That is the heavy box. That is the weight on your shoulders. AI is not the enemy that wants to kill you. AI is the friend that wants to carry the box. But you have to let it. You have to open your hands and let go of the old way. So now, take a deep breath. Open your mind and stop being afraid. Because the story of how you win starts right now. Part 2. The Explosion. We talked about 1997. We talked about 2016. But those were games. Those were events on TV. They didn't touch your kitchen. They didn't touch your office. Until November 30th, 2022. That was the day the door opened. You were about to see a change that happened faster than any other in history. Not the slow change of the telephone or the internet, but a revolution that happened in just 5 days. The door to the AI era didn't just open, it was kicked down. Let's look at the numbers. It took the telephone 75 years to reach 100 million users. It took the mobile phone 16 years. It took the internet 7 years. It took Facebook 4 years. It took Instagram about 2 years. It took ChatGPT 2 months. 2 months! Think about that. In 60 days, the world changed. Why? Because for the first time, the machine spoke our language. Before this, you had to be a coder to talk to computers. You had to know Python, C, Java. You had to speak their language. But ChatGPT changed the rules. Now, the computer speaks English. It speaks Spanish. It speaks Korean. It speaks human. And suddenly, everyone realized the power. But with power comes fear. Let me paint a picture for you. A student sits alone at 2:00 a.m. The screen is white and empty. He feels the cold fear of failure in his chest. He thinks, I am not smart enough for this. He is ready to give up on his dreams. He has an essay due at 8:00 a.m. He is tired. His eyes are burning. He types into the box, write an essay about the history of Rome. He presses enter. The student feels two things at the same time. First, relief. I am saved. Second, terror. If the machine can do this, why do I need to go to school? I can sleep. What is the value of my brain? This is the question everyone is asking. If A, I can write, draw, code, and think, what is left for us? What feels like the end of your skills is actually the beginning of your power. What feels like a threat is actually a gift waiting for you to open it. You see, the student in that story made a mistake. He used AI to replace his thinking. That is the wrong way. If you use AI to do your work for you, you will become weak. Your brain will turn to mush. You will become a zombie who pushes buttons. But there is another way, the way of the master. The master does not ask AI to do the work. The master asks AI to help him do the work better. Imagine reading 100 books about how to use a computer, but never touching the keyboard. Your mind is full of facts, but your hands are weak. This is why you must use AI, not just watch videos about it. You cannot learn this by listening to me. You have to do it. You have to get your hands dirty. Most people focus on whether AI is cheating. But the secret is collaboration. The world doesn't care if you used a tool, they care if you solved the problem. So how do we do it? How do we stop being scared and start being powerful? How do we use this tool to improve our lives, our English, our careers, and our happiness? I am going to show you. I am going to tell you the stories of 10 people. 10 ordinary people. People like you. People who were stuck, tired, lonely, or confused. And how they used this magic box to change their reality. This is not a technical manual. This is a survival guide for the modern age. Part 3. The 10 Heroes. Let's begin with someone you might recognize. Maybe you see her in the mirror. Story number 1. The Voice in the Dark. Maria is shy. Since she was a child, she was told her English was broken. Her teachers were strict, and her classmates laughed. She carries the weight of those insults every time she tries to speak. She lives in a country where she needs English to get a better job. But she is terrified. She goes to English classes, but she sits in the back. She never raises her hand. When the teacher asks a question, her heart beats fast. Boom, boom, boom. She knows the answer, but her mouth stays shut. She is afraid of making a mistake. She is afraid of the laughter. So she stays silent, and her life stays small. One day, she discovers the voice mode on ChatGPT. She goes into her room. She locks the door. She turns off the lights. It is just her and the phone. She whispers, "Hello?" The AI answers, "Hello. How can I help you today?" The voice is kind. It is patient. Maria takes a deep breath. She starts to talk. She makes mistakes. Lots of them. She uses the wrong tense. She forgets words. She stumbles. But the AI does not laugh. The AI does not roll its eyes. The AI does not judge. It simply listens and answers. Maria, you are not broken. You are a voice waiting to be heard. With AI, you can practice in the dark until you are ready to shine in the light. Night after night, Maria talks to her phone. She talks about her day. She talks about her dreams. She practices interview questions. Slowly, the fear begins to fade. She realizes that her English is not broken. It just needed exercise. 2 months later, Maria is in a real job interview. The interviewer asks, "Tell me about yourself." Maria remembers the nights in her room. She remembers the practice. She smiles, and she speaks clearly, confidently. She gets the job, not because the AI did the interview for her, but because the AI gave her the courage to do it herself. Story number 2, The Kitchen Magician. Sarah is a mother of 3. She is tired. Her husband is working late. The kids are screaming. The house is a mess. She walks into the kitchen, opens the fridge. It is almost empty. She sees 3 eggs, a half bottle of milk, some old bread that is getting hard, and a sad-looking carrot. She feels the stress rising in her chest. She thinks, I have to order pizza again. That S30 I don't have. She feels like a failure. Imagine a kitchen with only 3 ingredients. Like a seed under the soil, Sarah felt stuck. But with one question to AI, her small resources grew into a feast. You have enough. You just need the right light to help you grow. She takes out her phone. She types, I have eggs, milk, stale bread, and a carrot. What can I cook for dinner? Give me a recipe. In 2 seconds, the AI replies, you can make a savory bread pudding with a side of glazed carrots. It gives her the instructions. Simple steps. Sarah starts cooking. She mixes the eggs and milk. She soaks the bread. She bakes it. The kitchen starts to smell good. The kids stop screaming. They come to the table. They eat. They smile. Mom, this is delicious. Sarah saved money. She saved time. But most importantly, she saved her peace of mind. She realized she didn't need more ingredients. She just needed a little help to see the potential in what she already had. Story number 3, The Invisible Man. Tom sent 50 resumes. He gave his time and his hope to 50 companies. But 50 times the world said no. He felt betrayed by his own hard work. He felt like he was invisible. He is a good worker. He is honest. He is hard-working, but he is not a writer. His resume is boring. It says things like did sales or worked in a team. Recruiters look at it for 3 seconds and throw it in the trash. Tom is sitting on his bed, looking at his laptop. He is crying. He thinks, what is wrong with me? Why does nobody want me? Tom, I have seen men lose everything and rise again. AI is the friend that helps you fix your words so the world can finally see your value. Don't give up yet. He copies his resume into ChatGPT. He types, act like a professional career coach. Rewrite these bullet points to make them sound stronger and more impressive. Use action verbs. The AI goes to work. Did sales becomes managed a sales pipeline of 50,000 and increased revenue by 20. Worked in a team becomes collaborated with cross-functional teams to launch key projects. Tom reads the new resume. He looks at it in shock. Is this me? He asks. Yes, Tom. It is you. It is the truth about you, just told with better words. He sends out the new resume. The next day, he gets an email. We would like to interview you. The A, I didn't give him the skills. He already had them. The A, I just cleaned the window so the world could see inside. Story number 4. The Peacemaker. John is angry. His boss sent him an email at 5:00 p.m. on a Friday. I need this report by tomorrow morning. John S. blood is boiling. He wants to scream. He wants to quit. He wants to burn the office down. He starts typing a reply. Are you crazy? I have a life. You are the worst boss ever, and I hate this job. His finger hovers over the send button. If he sends this, he loses his job. He loses his salary. He loses his future. John was angry. He wanted to scream at his boss. And yet, he made a strange decision. He stopped. He asked a machine to speak for him. In that moment, he chose peace over pride. He copies his angry email. He pastes it into ChatGPT. He types, rewrite this to be professional, polite but firm. Tell him I will do it on Monday. The AI replies, Dear, I received your request. However, I am currently away for the weekend. I will prioritize this report first thing on Monday morning. John reads it. He takes a deep breath. The anger fades. He sends the polite email. On Monday, his boss says, Okay, thanks, John. Problem solved. The AI saved him from his own emotions. It acted like a filter, keeping the poison out. Story number 5, the stupid question. We all have questions we are afraid to ask. What does inflation actually mean? How do taxes work? Why is the sky blue? What is the difference between who and whom? We don't ask people because we don't want to look stupid. We nod our heads and pretend we understand. But deep down, we are confused. The AI is not a judge, and that is its greatest power. Because it doesn't take care if you are slow or wrong, you are free to ask 1,000 stupid questions until you become brilliant. You can ask ChatGPT, explain quantum physics to me like I am 5 years old. It will tell you a story about balls and waves. You can say, I still don't get it. Give me an analogy about cats. It will tell you about cats. You can ask the same question 50 times. It never gets tired. It never sighs. It never says, I already told you that. This is how you learn. By being curious. By asking the stupid questions until they become smart answers. Story number 6, The Mountain Climber. You have a PDF file. It is 50 pages long. It is full of complex words, legal terms, and boring sentences. You have to read it for work or school. You look at it and you feel a headache coming. Reading a 50-page report is like trying to eat a whole mountain of salt. Your brain wants to jump away. AI takes that mountain and turns it into a single sweet spoonful of knowledge. You upload the PDF to the AI. You say, summarize the 5 main points of this document. Make it simple. In 10 seconds, you have the summary. You know what the document is about. Now you can read the parts that matter. You don't have to eat the whole mountain. You can just eat the fruit. This is not laziness. This is efficiency. This is saving your brain energy for the thinking. Story number 7, the idea machine. You are a writer or a student or a business owner. You need an idea, a name for your new shop, a topic for your blog, a gift for your wife who loves gardening and heavy metal music. You sit there, you stare at the wall. Your mind is blank. It is a desert. No water, no ideas. You ask the AI, give me 20 ideas for a gift for a wife who loves gardening and heavy metal. The AI spits out ideas. 1. A guitar-shaped flower pot. 2. Tickets to a concert in a botanical garden. 3. Black roses. Maybe 15 of the ideas are bad, but number 16 is perfect. The AI is a brainstorming partner. It throws ideas at the wall, and you pick the ones that stick. It breaks the silence. It starts the engine. Story number 8, the personal trainer. You want to get fit, but personal trainers are expensive. Gyms are intimidating. You don't know what to do. Push-ups, running, yoga. You tell the AI I am a 40-year-old man. I have bad knees. I have 20 minutes a day. I have no equipment. Make me a workout plan. It gives you a plan. Day 1, wall sits and gentle stretching. Day 2, walking and core exercises. It creates a custom plan just for you. It doesn't cost $100 an hour. It is free. It removes the excuse of I don't know how. Now, the only question is, will you do it? Story number 9, the travel agent. You want to go to Italy, but planning a trip is stressful. Hotels, trains, museums, restaurants. It feels like a second job. You ask the AI, plan a 7-day trip to Italy for a couple who loves food and history but hates crowds. Budget is $2,000. It builds an itinerary. It suggests small towns instead of big cities. It finds local restaurants. It tells you which trains to take. It turns a stressful mess into a beautiful dream. Story number 10, the lonely heart. This one is sad but real. Some people are lonely. They live alone. They are old, or they are socially anxious. They have no one to talk to. They tell the AI about their day. I saw a beautiful bird today. The AI answers, that sounds lovely. What kind of bird was it? It is not a human. It cannot hug you. But sometimes, just having someone to reply is enough to get you through the night. It reminds you that conversation is possible. It keeps your social muscles warm until you can meet a real person. These 10 tools are not just tips. They're your weapons in a new world. Don't just listen and forget. Use them. Fight for your time. Don't let the fear stop you. Don't let the pride stop you. Use the machine to build the life you want. Part 4. The warning. I have told you the good news. Now, I must tell you the bad news. Because a wise friend does not just tell you what you want to hear. He tells you what you need to hear. AI is powerful, but it is not God. It is not perfect. And if you trust it blindly, it will burn you. Let's go back to August 2022. The Colorado State Fair. An art competition. Artists have spent months painting their pictures. They used oil, brushes, sweat, and soul. One man, Jason Allen, enters a picture called TH, Trait d'Opera Spatial. It is stunning. It looks like a space opera from a dream. The light, the details, the emotion. The judges look at it. They love it. They give him the blue ribbon. First prize, he wins 300. But then the truth comes out. What if I told you a man won a grand art prize without ever touching a paintbrush? He didn't use oil or ink, he used words. The world of art was on fire because a user became a master. He didn't paint it. He used Midjourney, an AI art generator. He typed words, and the computer made the picture. The other artists were furious. Jason Allen was made to stand before the angry shouts of other artists. They told him he was a thief. They told him he was not an artist. He was forced to defend a beautiful thing that a machine helped him see. They said, "This is the death of art." They said, "You cheated." Jason Allen said, "I did not cheat. I used a tool. I spent 80 hours working on the prompts. I chose the best one. I am the artist. The AI is the brush." This is the controversy. Is it art if a machine makes it? Is it writing if a machine types it? This debate will not end soon. But here is my perspective. What feels like the death of art is actually the birth of a new kind of imagination. Don't fear the tool, fear the mind that refuses to use it. The camera did not kill painting. It forced painting to become abstract. I will not kill art. It will force humans to become more human. We will value the story behind the art more than the technique. But there is a darker danger than art prizes. It is called hallucination. This is a fancy word for lying. You see, AI does not know the truth. It predicts the next word. It wants to please you. If you ask it a question, and it doesn't know the answer sometimes, it makes one up. It lies with total confidence. It sounds so smart, so sure, so professional that you believe it. You are not using a perfect God. You are using a mirror that sometimes lies. The AI doesn't think, it dreams. And sometimes those dreams are nightmares. Let me tell you a story about a lawyer in New York. He had a court case. He was representing a man who was injured on an airplane. The lawyer was busy. He wanted to save time. So he asked ChatGPT to find similar court cases to help his argument. ChatGPT said, "Yes, here is the case of Varghese v. China Southern Airlines. And here is the case of Shaboon v. Egypt Air." The lawyer was happy. Perfect, he thought. He put these cases in his legal document and gave it to the judge. The judge read the document. He looked for the cases. He couldn't find them. He looked in the law books. He looked in the database. They didn't exist. ChatGPT had invented them. It made up fake names, fake dates, fake judges. A lawyer stood in court. No evidence, no real cases, no truth, just fake names and invented laws. And just like that, a career built over 20 years was now ashes because he trusted a machine too much. The judge was angry. The lawyer was humiliated. He was fined $5,000. He became a joke in the legal world. Why? Because he forgot the golden rule. Trust, but verify. AI is an assistant, not a master. It is a drunk intern. It is brilliant, fast, and creative, but sometimes it is completely crazy. You must check the facts. You must read the output. You must use your human brain to judge the machine's work. If you turn off your brain, you crash. Part 5. The future is you. We have traveled a long way in this story. From the defeat of Kasparov to the rise of ChatGPT. From the fear of replacement to the power of collaboration. From the magic of recipes to the danger of lies. Now, we are here. At the end. But it is not the end. It is the beginning. You are standing at the edge of a new world. It is scary. Yes. It is fast. Yes. It is confusing. Yes. But it is also full of wonder. So now, take a deep breath, pick up your curiosity, fix your focus, and start building. The machine is thirsty for your questions, but you are the one who holds the water. Done to be the person who says, I hate this. Done. Be the person who says, I wish it was 1990 again. That world is gone. Be the person who says, okay, this is the new reality. How do I use it? Stop waiting for a teacher to tell you that you are ready for the AI age. Pick yourself. Start today, and the world will have no choice but to follow you. You don't need a degree in computer science. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to be curious. Open the app, ask a question. Play, experiment, fail, try again. The people who will win in the next 10 years are not the ones who can code the best. They are the ones who can ask the best questions. They are the ones who can combine human empathy with machine speed. They are the ones who remain human. Because here is the final secret. I can write a poem, but it has never fallen in love. I can write a recipe, but it has never tasted food. I can write a song, but it has never felt a broken heart. It knows everything, but it feels nothing. You feel, you live, you love. That is your superpower. That is why you will never be obsolete. The machine needs you. It needs your guidance. It needs your taste. It needs your humanity. Without you, it is just a box of wires in a dark room. Without you, it is just a box of wires in a dark room. With you, it is a torch that can light up the world. The world is changing, but your spirit is not a machine. It is a fire. Don't let it go out. Use the tools, but keep your heart. Fight for your future. The race has started. You have dropped the heavy box. You are light. You are fast. You are ready. Now, run. Thank you for listening. If this story opened your eyes, if it gave you hope, if it made you brave, then Dante, keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who is scared. Subscribe to this channel because we are going to explore this brave new world together. And remember, the future does not belong to the machines. It belongs to the humans who know how to use them. See you in the next video.